はアイシャ・グレイラットと言います。危ないところを助けていただき本当にありがとうございました。
確か今6歳だったっけか。礼儀正しく育ったもんだ。
お名前を教えてもらってもよろしいでしょうか。
ああ、我が名はシャドウムーンナイト。
Oh yeah, and it definitely sounds even more crazier animated than it was in the web novel or the light novels. So this is my review of Mushoku Tensei episode 18. It definitely is true to the light novel and the web novel, which I was listening and reading up on the light novel, and then I switched over to the web novel. From up to where I stopped in the series, the anime is doing pretty good. It might skip over a little bit of details, like last episode with Roxy meeting her folks and having a conversation about Rudeus. And yeah, this part, or I want to say this little arc where he gets to find his family members, Aisha, and I'm blanking on the maid's name, but Aisha's mother. Yeah, the next episode of this is probably gonna be a real trip once that gets going. I'm judged by how the light novel went and the pacing of the anime may get probably 2 more episodes within this arc. It may just be one. Just depends on how dedicated they put in there, because but it's a lot that goes on. This is the arc where he meets one of his newest friends in the series. And if you're a web novel or light novel reader, you know who I'm talking about. So, yeah, this is definitely I don't know if the season's gonna cover meeting all the people that he meets later on. But yeah, because I'm trying to think. Well, we'll definitely meet one of the key characters here within this arc before this series ends. But yeah, that drew Aisha pretty good. Actually, the whole episode felt like, if you read the light novel or the web novel, if you listen to it in the audio format, I mean, the animation and the way they set it up, it feels just like you've already seen it, even if you didn't see the pictures throughout the web novel. I mean, not the web novel, but the light novel. You know, the still images they show every few chapters or whatever. But it feels 100%. The personality is there, the characters there, the development's there. Yeah, and they are definitely making this whole world feel like it's lived in. From the animation to the background music to all the stuff you really want to catch is like being written as dialogue within the series. They are animating it to where it's like background, but it feels freaking awesome. I when they took their little break, I freaking went and plowed through the series, and it kind of took me a minute to get back into it once the animation started back up. But yeah, they're hitting definite beats on this. So I know they said they had a studio dedicated to the series where they're gonna keep pumping it out, like I guess One Piece style, just continuous until the ends. They definitely got enough content for maybe I want to say maybe 3 seasons. It just depends on how much they squeeze into each episode. I don't think it's gonna get ReZero levels of content. But actually, ReZero, I would say they're on par with each other. But I don't think there's gonna be a super cliffhanger within this series as like in ReZero's cliffhanger. They'll have resolutions, I would say. But I'm not sure exactly where they're gonna end this, because this is episode 18, and if it's 24 episodes, they might end it right before he gets I want to say well, let's just say things happen between him and another person he's traveling with, and that starts a whole new arc. So I'm not sure if we're gonna get to see Sylphie or in the other cast before this season end. I could say that because things happen, and I'm trying to think. So it's been like over a couple of no, yeah, it's been over a couple of months since I plowed through the series, so I'm having a refresh. I might have to go back and check it out myself to reread what I've already listened to. But yeah, this series is freaking bomb. That's the funniest scene that I showed you on the intro of Rudeus introducing his nickname the man God told him about. And yeah, that was crazy. And really, the anime didn't really just tell you what's going on with this scene. What happened in the scene in web novel slash light novel is they're traveling to the central continent, and the man God came in his dream to kind of direct him to really he's trying to build some trust between him and Rudeus. And Rudeus asked about his folks. I believe in the web novel, I believe he did tell Rudeus the location of all his family members, but in this episode he only tells him, and I just realized this is episode 19, not 18. Let me change that in the information right quick. But yeah, that is episode 19 that we're reviewing. But yeah, he tells him that Aisha and Lilia are Sharon. He tells him that his mom is in. I'm trying to think what. It's basically a northern continent on the other side of the demon continent. And who else is missing? Sister, stepmom, mom, found dead already. Yeah. So yeah, those two have been is what he was talking about. And for anybody who keeps freaking out that Rudeus is his 34-year-old self, because people are still acting like that, these characters are reincarnated. They may have their memories, but all their biological got reset. Just like in the series By the Grace of Gods. At least by the time that series ended, the gods in that series told everybody that the character biologically and memories and all that was gonna feel of that age. Same thing with Rudeus. He may remember himself in the 34-year-old self, but his biological, he was born from a baby up to where he is currently in the series. You can't expect nobody who's been literally born as a baby and brought up to current to feel like goddamn they still that 34-year-old person they was in their previous life. Remember, we know about reincarnation series, isekai series. The only difference between this isekai series and another one, the character was a little older when they died and got their memories. Other than that, normally it's like teenagers that die and get reincarnated or whatever, or transferred. So it just depends on the series. But don't harp on the series because of his age, because overall the story makes 100% sense. And if you think about the future of the series, technically he's still young by comparative of long-lived characters within this series, like Roxy and Gizline and I'm trying to Elise. Oh, and I guess I'll do an overall review later on about Elise because yeah, Elise definitely got well, all of it's spoilers. So I guess I will do a recap later on, so that we don't have spoilers. But this video is running long. I just want to say this is a freaking great episode. If you want to check it out, you know it's on Funimation. The episode recap pretty much is it's a setup for this whole arc. It's him meeting the man guy, getting information on his sister, and planning a rescue, and showing how brilliant Aisha is. And your girl is definitely brilliant. Oh, I don't even think in the last 2 episodes on him being on the boat with Eris, just showing him wanting to fill her up or anything. I still can't remember if I've seen it or not, but yeah. He thought about it, but yeah, he's maturing as he gets older within the series, so he's not well, Aisha definitely explains her view of how people saw him, which freaks him out too, so check that part out, and I think you'll definitely have a laugh. As you can see from the mini clips, it's beautifully drawn. Let me think. Scroll through right quick and yeah. Okay, and basically what happens here is Pax is obsessed with Roxy, and your boy he wants to bring her back, but he has limited intelligence on how he wants to attract attention to bring Roxy back. He basically kidnapped Lilia and Aisha to try to because they are related to, that's who he knows Roxy deals with in the past. So he's very special, just know that. And this is gonna be a trip arc. But I'm gonna wrap that up. Oh, and there's a barrier. They probably go on depth with on the next episode, but if they don't, I'll come back and explain more on this barrier. And we get our cliffhanger with him being trapped. And yeah, that's what that's about. So thank you for viewing. I will give a more in-depth analysis of this episode later on. And thank you. I'll probably start recording on a weekly basis on probably right after the show airs. Well, not really the show airs, but when I get home around 7 o'clock Central Time ish, when I finish watching the episode, I'll probably do an introduction about it. Well, thank you for watching. Stay tuned and subscribe.